Right, because
instantly.
you know, Jax can just not be allowed through the roster, and the Irelia ban comes right after that. But it's from Void Gaming, who has the potential first pick, so I don't think Ray wants to have an auto-attacking champion in the top lane.
Yeah, well, we're at a point where Jax was getting banned against Warrior Lady, but at this point, Jax is a very big threat in the hands of anyone. So, seeing the Jax ban, Irelia is now the most threatening pick on that top lane, and with Jax ban, they have to answer with the Irelia ban. And instantly comes the Rise. So Dominant will not be allowed to pick up Rise for the second time in a row. And last the bans, LeBlanc and Mundo.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, the LeBlanc ban. That's what I was just trying to point out. Skinzor, you have to take the guy into account. Even if he's playing in the backside and he's playing safe, LeBlanc can, you know, pay off even then, because he will have such a great amount of damage with just a few items. And in this current meta, you don't need much items.
Yeah, so
You don't need many items, you just need to have one and snowball with that.
the core items. So Void Gaming pay their respects to Skinzor's LeBlanc, and they do first pick Elise. So Elise has a fame of one of the most dominant junglers at PATS before 522, but now there are a lot better options. So Void Gaming will go for Elise,
Oh yeah.
and we instantly know that Lee Sin is one of the best answers to that. So Lulu is there, Lee Sin gets picked up too, and some very good frontline and engage potential already for Wonder Stag.
I think we've already seen Lee Sin performing this day, and well, even after a rough start, he managed to come back into the game and inflict huge amounts of damage to the whole team. And with a kick, he has the potential to stop a team fight before it even begins. But when you said that he is a better or a good answer to Elise, to the Elise pick, I'm not quite sure that's the case here, because you know, with the changes to the meta, with the changes to the items, I think they are quite alike, and they can go even in the jungle, and
Wow.
even when they are ganking.
It surely depends on how the combos are picked out. Listen is a pick that can Dragon Raids Elise and follow up with a resonating strike before she has any chance to rappel. But taking a look into Void Gaming, they're gonna make sure that Elise will not be alone in that front line. And we do see a Sand. This is a pick.
After this pick, I'm not even sure Alice will be in the front line.
Yes,
I'm
and
expecting a
it
lot
could
more
be,
damage.
it could be a support, it could be a top lane.
Yes.
And at this point, Elise could go very deep into enemy territory while she has Sands united with Stand backup.
I really like the flexible play style that Void Gaming is showing us right now, because they do not show whether it's a top lane Shen or a support Shen, so I don't think Wonder Stag should have an answer to this. They should focus on their flexible or comfort picks rather, and that's a Caitlyn. Now, that's an interesting pick, and a huge damage dealing pick, if I can say that, because you know, with the marksman changes, Caitlyn got a lot of free headshots.
Morgana Cade, you do realize how dangerous this bot lane is. Like, if someone steps on the trap, he gets followed up by a Dark Binding, and then another trap is set on him while he's bound. It is insane stun lock, and Morgana and Cade, if someone steps on the trap, are very explosive. So we get two very strong lane bullies, and that is going to give them some of the early lane pressure combined with Lee Sin to snowball through mid game. Now Void Gaming are looking into their last two picks, and two marksmen are highlighted.
You could say marksman, but I would say one top laner and one marksman, because, oh no.
Yeah, well,
Never mind that. Void Gaming is just rolling us. Because you can see the top lane marksman being picked in the current patch. They just got so many buffs. New itemization just lets them go wherever they want to, but still, you just have to take into consideration the damage dealing probability that Vicar will bring out, because you know, the last pick is still not settled in Wonder Stag eSports.
Lucian it is.
And blind picking a marksman in the top lane is just too dangerous.
Well, I wasn't that sure about top lane because we could still see in the end a Sem on that top lane. So a support was also able to get picked. And right now, Void Gaming will finish their picking phase with Lucian and Riven. This shows very snowbally explosive playstyle. They're going for burst, they're going for the Orianna Shockwave initiation, along with the Rappel of Elise. And the last pick for Stag eSports has to be something that can keep Riven in check, because if she snowballs through that laning phase, there's absolutely nothing that can deal with her, apart from maybe that whimsy of Lulu.
I think this is a dangerous pick, but still a better alternative than picking Darius in the top lane, because with Darius, if you can't catch the Riven, and I don't think I'm saying anything new when I say that you can't catch a Riven with Darius,
It's true.
then you're not going to be of any use to your team. Now, with Renekton, if you fall behind, you will have an insanely hard time to get back into the game, and against the Riven, it's always a chance that you'll get snowballed.
So a lot of big risks right here from both teams. They're going all in this first game of the best of 3. And I have to say, well, you discussed the Darius possibility about Stag, and Darius is one of those picks that do not do that well against Riven, because Decimate does not get the outer swing, and then Darius misses his heal, he deals less damage, and that's very easy for Riven to achieve. She has 2 spells that could go that way, and I just have to say Renekton has to be the answer here for Stag.
I still think that there needs to be a lot of focus on the top lane, because with Lee Sin and Renekton, 2 great early game champs and picks, you have to focus and get that Riven, shut down the Riven, shut her out of the game. If you do not do that, in the bot lane, Shen and Lucian's combo probably will give a hard time even to Caitlyn, because yes, Caitlyn is a lane bully, but still, Lucian is the same.
Well, today, it has been a day with junglers grabbing their tents, they get them on their backs, and they go pull out the strings on that top lane. So it is possibly a 2 versus 2 top lane scenario for today. And judging by those picks on that top lane, we're gonna see a lot of jungler attention. So Stag will go for an invade, but it is gonna be Sam. And Oathbreaker will be the one who spots the incoming invade of Stag. So, as this won't be successful, we do see Bluezer going towards top lane. And Renekton has not been seen yet by Void Gaming, so they're suspecting a possible lane swap.
I have a question for you, because you see in the early game, when you're up against Renekton, you're looking for ways to sustain yourself in the lane. With a longsword, Riven's shields could be more effective, and with the 3 health pots, I think he can pretty much survive anything. Now the question is, the given up tankiness, the plus 80 health that Doran's Blade could have given, is it worth it?
The longsword?
The longsword choice, yes.
I would say it's an obvious statement from Emilia here that he is going trade mode. Doran's Blade is the kind of item that makes you a better all-in champion, as it also gives HP, while Longsword with more potions gives you better damage and sustain. So in an all-in scenario, I would blindly suggest that Vicar will be the victor. So it has to be the sustained trading build here for Riven. And
also, I'm not saying that is the first time that we're seeing today, but Alice picked up another alternative to the Flask, which in the jungle with mana-reliant champions is a focus, a primary focus, because you will not run out of mana or health, because every camp will secure you 1 more shot.
well, let's see how this works for him. So meanwhile on top lane, Emilia already has a big trouble. Level 2 now, Vicar is very dangerous, and he doesn't have slice and dice, but the trade will hugely favor him. Meanwhile on bot lane, Raga gets Darkbound. There comes the damage, he flashes back with the Ignite. He is not gonna go down, but this is gonna be a very bad start for Void Gaming, who burn the flash of their marksman.
Yeah, for the Ignite, the support Geller. And I'm not saying that's an even trade, but Lucian is still mobile. So if he manages to get away from those Dark Bindings, and seeing that he's level 2 now, he has the dash ability, so I don't think he's gonna have to face a lot more trouble. The experience advantage is what the Wonder Stag eSports combination in the bot lane abused.
Well, he surely will not feel like he's being severely threatened as he's mobile, as you said, but his killing potential without Flash is severely reduced, and without killing potential, Caitlyn will bully so much that bot lane. Meanwhile, we do see Elise moving towards that bot lane, and Psycho is looking to take advantage of that early push. So he gets spotted by this ward, and immediately we do see Blurzor reacting to it, but we won't see any aggression.
It's a nice call, by the way. And yes, in the bot lane, there's no possibility. Oh, Vicar going hard.
He gets a lot of damage there, but Emilia goes aggressive. He gets a knockup. It's first blood, and it is going to be Void Gaming picking up first blood on the top lane. That was a tremendously awesome turnaround by Emilia.
And yes, Flash for Flash is good in itself when you're playing Riven, but to also get a kill, an unexpected kill, that is just crazy. And Riven is still an early / mid-game champion that focuses on kills more than farm, and that is exactly what he got.
I don't know what is the last time I saw a Riven win a one-on-one lane against a Renekton without jungle presence. So right now, Emilia is going to be very happy about this, and if he manages to snowball through with another kill, then top lane is going to be a huge problem for Wonder Stag.
As I was trying to mention earlier, in the bot lane there's just no possibility of Psycho to gank.
Oh, Dominant, he gets caught up, he gets a kill onto Skinzor, and he's trying to go away. There comes a ward jump. The Command Protect will help him for one more auto attack, but it won't be enough. In the end of the day, it's a 1-for-1.
And a calm kill at that, because Blurzor did not use his flash, even though Dominant had to, in order to try and survive. And you can see why Riva is a nuisance in the top lane, because...
Oh, cool taunt onto X-Worm. The Blacksmith was not quick enough, so Caitlyn gets punished for her bad positioning, as Morgana was not fast enough. But we do see that Void Gaming don't really have the ease they needed in that bot lane. Meanwhile, Blurzor, he is going aggressive on that top lane.
Oh, that's level 6.
Oh, he wants to go 2 versus 1. He has a Wing Slash, and this gives him the upper hand. So not very good timing on that gank, as one ulti against 0 doesn't make it a worthy risk.
Yeah, you could say that was the unluckiest timing for the gank. Even though Lee Sin has huge damage in the early game, he cannot keep up with Riven, who just hit level 6. With the cooldown reduction and the more damage, I think he could have easily taken a double kill. That's why the gank was cancelled. The flash is still available on Lee Sin, as we already mentioned. And 2-to-1 in kills, that might mean a Herald in the 7th minute.
That is such an early attempt on a Herald. 6 minutes in, and you can see how much damage it deals to both Emilia and Psycho. But Elise is one of those picks that can tank with the Spiderlings, and those auto attacks negated give you a better time on Herald. They're still having a big trouble doing this, and oh my god, Emilia goes down! Psycho gets it, but this might cost them.
Talk about unlucky. Even though the 50 gold goes to all teammates and the Herald's buff is available on Elise for a further 3 minutes, I don't think that's how it was intended, and we can all agree on that. A jungler's Herald buff is never used to its full potential, so in the top lane, Riven would have had the chance to take the tower and a few kills because of that early Barnasher's buff, or kinda Barnasher's buff. Meanwhile, we can see in the mid lane dominance, damage, and ball control.
Yeah, I do see Dominant using that Thunderlord's Decree at its finest. So Orianna is getting a lot of lane control, but look at Rago. He just gets kicked back, Dragon Rage, and the damage will be enough. X-Worm equalizes the kill count.
Equalizes thanks to his teammates, because you can see how the kill share was available in the bot lane. Suddenly, everybody started attacking just so X-Worm could finish the kill. That resulted in an unnecessary amount of damage.
Oh, Gallagher gets caught by the cocoon. He flashes back. The heal will keep him healthy, but Psycho gets the best out of Morgana. Now Shockwave misses, but the taunt is there. It's Blurzor who goes down, and Void Gaming are a little bit out of position. The damage is good onto Gallagher. Will we see him go down? The wild growth keeps him alive. Psycho goes down. Skinger gets a kill, Oathbreaker don't over the wall, and Wonder Stag eSports answer properly.
Now that we're talking about the compositions, because we have to take into consideration that the blue team is more reliant, more focused on team fights. Meanwhile, in the late game, Caitlyn could be a hyper carry with the aid of Lulu, and Vicar is going to face...
Nah, he has some ground, so there will be no element of surprise. He takes the trade willingly, but he doesn't seem to be very happy about this. Listen is getting closer. There comes the Dominus. Windslash is available. Emilia is there. He needs to get the kill before Listen comes, and he fails as Bluezer smites him down to the ground. And it's the 4th kill for Wonderstag, who now officially have the kill advantage.
And thanks to the flash, Riven was not able to finish the kill, even though we did not see...
Geller, double Soul Circles. He's going for the stun. Flash comes out from Rago, and there will be no kills, while Geller... Oh.
That's unlucky.
That's unfortunate. Never a lucky man. Well, we're gonna come back, but yeah, taking a look at that bot lane, a lot of aggression from Morgana. He takes out the flash from Lucian. So
yeah.
Rago will not be as lucky next time Soul Circles are up.
Exactly, so in a 5 minutes time, I think Lucian is vulnerable to ganks, but still, you cannot forget that he is mobile. He has the dash, so one ability he can just get away from. The question is, will that be enough? Because you've seen, while he did not have the flash up, Lee Sin came to the aid and got a kill for the team.
Okay, we're back, guys, so hopefully we didn't miss on anything. It is still 3 against 4 when it comes to kill count. The gold lead favors Void Gaming by less than 1,000, so I guess the game is still very, very equal. And it's always nice to see that you're lucky in your bad luck, but look at this action everywhere. Both top lane and mid are going in. It is going to be Dominant who gets a shockwave. He's trying to escape. Loser gets a resonating strike, but in the meantime, Vicar will also go down. Oath needs to survive to make this a 1-for-1. There comes the flash. It's a double kill for Listen, and Wonderstag are cracking mid lane with this double kill for the Listen.
The flash was really late, and thanks to the late flash, it was unnecessary as well. So 2 kills going over to Wonderstag eSports, and 1 really beautifully executed kill in the top lane to the Void Gaming team. Bluezer might be in trouble.
Yeah, he flanks Bluezer, and there comes the Sadon. I was about to say how strong Listen is and how much strength Bluezer has into snowballing this game, but before I even got to it, Emilia comes and slices him down.
Really nicely, yes. And we've already discussed that the warrior enhancement is just great to have on Lee Sin, and also said that the Rune Glaive is a must on Elise, especially since if you buy damage to the Riven, she will become tankier thanks to her kit. Now, this way, she enables that Elise might go a little bit damage oriented, but still in the 12th minute Riven is up 30 CS. Now that's a lot. Even though she has 2 kills, I think she makes up for it in the CS difference, and Vicar has no kills, just 1 assist.
Yeah, well, right now we're talking top lane. It is a Ninja Tabi for Vicar against the Black Lever, and this is the difference between Emilia and Vicar. Meanwhile, First Dragon is actually going to be secured by Wonderstag, who have extreme superiority when it comes to vision control. And now Geller goes in for Kire. Dark Binding hits. It is going to be Emilia, but the Dragon's Rage is not good. This gives him a second chance. Will he be able to get a kill is the question. He war jumps. Emilia is still alive, and Geller pays for his teammate's mistake. So it is Emilia surviving with a miracle.
And the bad positioning of Geller resulted in a kill going over to Void Gaming, and that also means that the Herald is gonna get picked up as we're approaching the mid game here. Now, in the top lane, they also managed to pick up a tower. So Void Gaming is looking to come back in the game. No, not even come back, to take the lead. Because as you can see, Wonderstag eSports was leading with a tower.
Was cancelled on that top lane. And Dominant As he's out of mana, he needs to keep his distance. This is a Renekton we're talking about. I know that he's not the biggest threat, just taking a look at his items, but Dominant has that Athenes, and he has itemized, especially against Lulu. He gets heavy magic resistance, and playing against a Renekton could end up badly.
I talked about the difference between the junglers and how strong Lee Sin is.
Oh, good cocoon onto Geller.
But there's not gonna be much more.
Psycho, he dodges through, he gets the Sonic Wave dodge,
Shen.
but there comes Sen with the United Withstand. This is already a 4-on-4, and Miga is on bot lane. He has his teleport, he could come anytime now. There it comes, Vicar is there, taught into double Shockwave. It is gonna be everything set up, and Renekton cannot tank with a Wild Growth, and Miga goes through X-Ward, gets him, and it is gonna be a 1-for-1 with both top laners getting destroyed.
But a 4-man damage ultimate from Kirei is just so nice to have. That look at the wow.
Oh,
that's also nice.
That glitter glance just has to hurt so much.
So we're talking about 3- and 4-man abilities right here, folks. So the damage coming out from Lulu and Driven is just massive, and I don't think that this mid lane tower could be defended if there were any more minions, but there are none. Thanks to Lucian and Orianna.
We do see Wonderstag actually rotating towards the top side, and there is no Herald there, so they show exactly what their plan is. They want to take the inner tower on that top lane, and while they do so, investing the time of 3 of their members, Void Gaming could answer with a split with some bot lane. And Miga is there. I know he doesn't have teleport, but neither do they get the tower, and also there's no one to defend.
I think Wonderstag has brilliant early game picks with Renekton and Lee Sin, and they're also looking for the potential to get those early towers as well. But as you can see, even though they are up 1 tower against Void Gaming, they are still losing in terms of gold, more than 2K's difference thanks to the CS advantage that Void Gaming managed to acquire.
Oh.
And another recall being cancelled.
Yeah, the recall cancelled, pretty annoying against Oath. So we do take a little bit of sneak peek to the gold of its member, and we can immediately see that the biggest difference around both teams lies with the top lane. So Emilia being 2,000 gold ahead of Renekton is definitely costing Wonderstag right now. But
actually, that's mainly the only difference between the two teams right now in terms of gold. Meanwhile, Dominion.
Oh, Geller, there comes the Soul Cycle. Shockwave will come out. He's trying to get a kill before he goes down. It's the heal that keeps him alive, and the Grievous Wounds nerfs just so that Dominant could have ended up with a kill.
That's one of the most effective nerfs, actually. That's why you always have to ban Soroka, but the heal is still in play, and thanks to that, Geller survives, and the Ignite goes on cooldown from Dominant. In the middle lane, Void Gaming is looking to secure another tower, so it's 2-2 in terms of towers, but still, the 3,000 gold lead,
that makes it even harder for Wonderstag, and despite them getting that kill on the top lane, they lose 2 towers in order to get it. So was it worth it is the question. They're getting top lane, but the boost of Void Gaming is not stopping here. They're going for the outer tower on that bot lane, and they will be successful, as they get 3 towers in total as 4 members.
The question is, can Wonderstag do this? No, not against an Orianna. Even though Blue Zor is nearby, without the kick, there's no possibility of acquiring a kill. So right now, I think what the teams are going to do is sit back a little, form up, and wait for the objectives to come up. Talking about which, in 1 minute, we're going to have the second dragon of the game, which could probably mean plus tower damage for Wonderstag eSports, but looking at the vision play that they are having right there, I don't think they can contest the dragon.
Well, we could see the dragon count being equalized by Void Gaming, but meanwhile, I was taking a look at the score count and the gold that Wonderstag have, and they have been successfully grouping throughout the entire game. I mean, sure, they're 3,000 gold behind, make it 4, but Caitlyn is very healthy. She has that static sync completed, which makes her traps even more deadly. And if that wasn't enough, Listen is still very powerful, and he's still capable of creating huge plays around the Dragon. So Dragon number 2 spawns, and we're about to witness a massacre as Void Gaming really want to contest this.
And in the mid game,
Oh, teleport comes out. This is over-committing. Oh, triple done into the shockwave. This is gonna be Void Gaming deleting Wonder Stag, and the double kill goes to Psycho. This is the perfect fight for the Greek team, and with Listen being the sole survivor of this fight, Void Gaming equalize the Dragons. What a beautiful taunt that was.
I don't even know why Vicar didn't try to react to this teleport. While we all know that in team fights in the mid game, as I was trying to say, Void Gaming is looking a lot stronger thanks to their picks. The basic idea should have been to just let the Dragon go. It was just the first Dragon that Void Gaming picked up, so just a 6% buff to their damage, physical and double power damage alike. Valkyrie might be in trouble.
Yeah, well, it is Emilia who gets caught. It seems like the top laner of Void will be going down. There comes the ace in the hole. He still has some time, and he's very close to actually going away, but the flash and Kalvamik will be enough for Vicar to gain a little bit of revenge towards that top lane. But this will cost them a Herald, and this is the third one.
And in half a minute, we'll have the Baron Nashor up. So yeah, picking up 3 Heralds is probably what Void Gaming was looking for. Thanks to this, they can push out the lanes real quickly. But the question is, can they react to the middle lane? Because you can see only Shen coming up, but even that's enough to scare X-Ram away.
Yeah, so Bloodthirster actually completed for Emilia, and this is gonna make him a very effective front line. I have to say, he gets better shields. He has an extra shield by the Bloodthirster, and the damage he gets is not a good idea to be ignored. Like, oh, there comes a Dark Binding on 12. We could see follow-up, but Sen is
just too
tanky of a target, yeah.
Even against the magic damage, has the Aegis of the Legion, which will get nerfed in patch 5.23, but not in 5.22. Now, what I was trying to say is that Morgana will not be maxing the Black Shield as of second, so
that is interesting.
The chance of stopping a taunt from Shen or, I don't know, a Cocoon from Elise are just getting lower.
Yeah, and I'm really not sure what Sis looking to do with the full maxing, but at this point they could use a little bit more damage, and Vicar gets caught on that top lane. Some very good poke onto Renekton, and as red buff gets pulled, Wonder Stag eSports want to contest the red buff, but they allow Void Gaming to push with a Herald on that top lane, and although it's not a sure tower to go down yet, it sure looks to favor Void.
You can absolutely see the difference between a Baron Nashor buff and the Herald buff, because the plus tankiness is just missing. It's just missing so much. Still, the tower drops to half health, and there's absolutely no activity on any other side of the map.
Yeah, so there comes the second wave. The traps are there. We do see Bluezor go in. One growth gets 4 people, but Shockwave comes. Look at Wonder Stag, they get deleted, and it's Psycho with a second double kill in this game. He makes it a triple, a clean 5-0 sweep by Void Gaming with the perfect ace, and they happily push, getting their first inhibitor. They have 20 seconds, and they could go for a finish.
They absolutely have the chance, especially with the Lucian, with the Riven. They have damage, they have auto attacks, and the minions are just gonna be enough, especially with Alice's Spider Links. Yeah, I think that's gonna be game. We are looking at 2 seconds respawn timers, but there is just no chance that this can be stopped. This is game.
We get some damage there, but it's not gonna change anything. It is gonna be Void Gaming with game 1 in this best of 3, cornering Wonder Stag.